bad for me because I didn't find out about it until after somebody else had already done it, and I was like, oh, I want to be first, but it's okay. It's all right.
First.
First post.
First.
Well, we're alive.
That's like on your podcast. It's like, first.
Yeah. I was just picking on you there.
The community hub is like, first. Just like everybody who was like, how did they get there so quickly, you know? And I know you can get the web browser alert system when something changes on the RSI website.
Mm-hmm.
You can have an alert system on your web browser saying, hey, something just changed on Star Citizen website. And that's how they get there quickly.
Oh, it's like
especially
there
during
could
the
be
ship sales.
an 1,000 UEC fine for anyone that posts first.
Just takes it out of your account.
That'll teach him.
Hey, guys, welcome back. Hey, so this is Aftercast. We're very nonchalant and relaxed around here right now. You can be however you want to be on Aftercast, and we'll talk with you. And there's like no major topics. We're just going to talk about stuff we're thinking about. It could be Star Citizen related. It could be whatever.
Or it could be about me drinking out of an applesauce cup.
Hey,
There's nothing wrong with that.
I love applesauce.
No, I just sip it from the cup straight up, or jar, I should say.
Hey,
That's how we roll.
That is how you
British
roll.
people are present.
Because British people are pleasant. I don't know about that.
I hate you all.
We love you too.
We love you, Board. We love you.
I know.
you can all go to hell.
Is that your Motorhead impression? You sounded just like Lemmy.
By the way, just because we were talking about the like noob videos earlier, apparently Board is now gray-headed gamer. By the way, demo.
Oh shit! I thought I fixed it. God damn it!
But Board and Geo, you guys both have those videos, like Noob's Guide to Star Citizen.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
Did I? I don't think I made one yet. I was meaning to make one, and I never did. Because people always ask me.
it's just me then. You better go to my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to Board Geo. Sorry, Gray-Headed Gamers channel. Go over there and check out his videos.
Ooh, that did say gray-headed game on there, didn't I?
No, it doesn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
But Gio, the first video I've watched of you will always be burned in my memory because I had to rewatch your intro over and over again because it just made me laugh so much. Was the Death Star blowing up your wallet? It was just hilarious.
Because that's how I felt.
The first video I saw of Geo was actually the which cemented his rant status with me, was the most likely to flop video.
Oh, the part 1 of 2. Part 1 of 2.
both.
No, I say 3.
Oh my god. I didn't realize it was a trilogy, Geo.
Yes, I made a
It's a
trilogy.
trilogy.
Did you make another video after Massively actually closed up shop?
Nope,
After
that was
those-
it. That was my last of the trilogy.
Well, I didn't know if you'd done that, because I always thought that was very, very ironic that Massively of the people who made that whole claim eventually folded up like a month later or 2
Couldn't even
months later.
predict their own fall, but they were
Yeah.
so quick to predict everything else is going on.
Couldn't even see their own the forest of the trees or whatever.
I
So-
love your
It's
take
just-
on everything, Geo. Like, you like to fight the man. Like,
it's-
your rage against the machine for Star Citizen. Or somebody else said earlier that you are what's his name from Fallout? You're
He's
I heard that
Dog?
so many times.
Dog?
Everyone says I sound like 3 Dog.
you're Three Dog and that's great because Three Dog did not get hired for Fallout 4. So why don't you go see if you can get to be the voice actor for it?
See?
Did he not get hired for Fallout 4?
Trending on.
They did not pick him up for Fallout 4. I did a whole story
What?
on it. Yeah, the other day I posted on Twitter.
thought they had. He said he was coming back for Fallout 4. Oh, it sucks.
He probably wanted to come back for Fallout 4, but apparently
Yeah.
they didn't come to some agreement on the contact.
They didn't put me in Star
Back to
Citizen.
Fallout
That's
4.
what they didn't put me in there, and I could be like the cool space radio
You
guy.
will be in there, Geo. You'll
Well,
be
I
in there
still-
with a harbinger flying around going, free ship!
Well, I still hope that, and it might be later down the road when they get into their new studios in LA. I really do hope that they allow some of the citizens who maybe even want to donate extra money to have their face scanned into Star Citizen.
I love that. I love the way you said that as well, Clifford. Like, I'd give some extra money if they scanned my face in.
Well, they
You
did offer it
get
way back
more
when.
money than you've already given to have it. I mean,
I
think
already
at
was.
this point they need to name part of the universe Clifford, aka Miku's space, or something.
Well,
like
I've already stated that they would do, because they had talked about when they go to these cons and stuff, that they were going to start scanning people's faces, and it was one of their goals to do. And I was just like, dude, I'd pay $1,000 for that.
I mean, I already
I thought
look
they said they
quite
were
like
going to do
the
it for free,
pilot.
though.
Yeah. They were supposed to do it for free for backers and stuff that went to the events. You know, if you wanted to get in, hey, get in line and get it. But it just never came to fruition because, you know, things change.
Well, you know, on the Kinect on the Xbox One, they had it on 2K, or even on the PS4 too. I guess the eye, whatever the hell they call it. But it scans your face on 2K and puts you in the game.
Right? Yeah.
We could probably do that with the like, you know, regular cameras.
Yeah, but at the same time, like my experience with like Rainbow Six Vegas when they had that kind of technology in there, it was so derpy. It was so.
Not only is it derpy, but then they don't have any. They have to rig it too. It's not just the actual image. They've got to rig it so your mouth moves correctly and stuff.
I think we're all going to have to make do with the character creation they've got in game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I just want to make my character have very large breasts. After that, I'm not worried about
But the problem is if you make yourself in game, when you die, you're going to be pretty detached from reality for a while. It's like, I'm dead.
Well, I was just happy when I talked to, put that question in for Orlando, because all of a sudden all their female characters they were showing with just short hair, different styles, which is really good. I mean, the artwork that they've been putting into the facial features, the makeup that you could use on your character, stuff like that. But he did say that, they will have long hair and stuff. My thing is okay, well, are there going to be animations that, you're going to roll up your hair into a bun and then put your helmet on, or what? Or is it going to just be... This is
quite interesting, actually, because a couple of guys, Ion, Traz, and Asuna, they were petitioning CIG for about 3 months ago. They started about female characters, the different models, the character creation, specifically hair, and quite soon after that, Chris Roberts answered a question from Iron Trials about that. Loads of the devs answered ones for Suna's post on the forums, and then they started doing the character models for hair and talking a lot about that. And I think that was a big kind of a community thing where people have... someone's actually got the devs to actually make a move on something earlier than they were going to, and I think that's really good. I think that's something I love about open development.
Yeah, there's some challenges with it, of course, because because everyone's seeing into your wardrobe. You know, it's hard to, like, if you see everything that's going on in, if you got a peek into, or it's not even a peek, it's like there's a freaking camera mounted at you. At this point,
you have to have PR. You have to then employ a whole PR department to make people happy.
Yeah, because my experience with developers and programmers and that kind of stuff is they're socially challenged at times because they're programmers. They don't deal with people other than themselves all the time.
Socially detached is what it is.
It's difficult to talk to. It's harder because it's engineers in general. No offense, Miku, but
I used to be a tech writer. That was my job.
To non-engineers.
That was my job, is to be the liaison between engineers, because I was a tech writer and I worked at Lockheed Martin in another place called Harris RF, which I did a lot of military stuff. And that's what I did.
Lockheed.
I would go down and talk with them and try to take their engineering speak and turn it into something that can be digestible by normal people.
Yeah, that's the big thing in our company, is that the project... See, that's why you have the engineers and project managers, because they work hand in hand, because they have to write a lot of, when we're doing a job, we write a work order, and basically that work order describes everything in bullet points and everything, that the job from start to finish, right away, clearing the site, dealing with customers, end result, and making it in a layman's terms way, that way anybody, especially at the top when the executives are reading this, okay, this is the reason why it's going to cost us $2 million to put in this compressor station, because of this, this, and this, and it makes sense. Instead of them doing technical jargon, well, the pressure's got to be this much, and we got to elevate it this, right, to make it flow this way, and it gets too technical for them to say, well, I don't understand why it's costing that much. That doesn't tell me anything,
Oh, we've got a question in the audience here.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up from Citizen Academy, yeah?
Yeah. What's your opinion of the Corn Hub? And is it too cluttered?
Corn Hub?
The community hub.
If you look at it closely, it almost looks like Corn Hub.
Yeah, it does.
So it
Thought
needs
you had
work.
glasses, Domo.
I just
The
got
the community hub very much so needs work, and it is going through testing still. That's why they've only allowed it to the subscribers and concierge members now as well. It is too cluttered. It can't just be based on staff picks. It needs work.
Mm-hmm.
No,
That's my
it also needs. INN did a very good in-depth analysis of this a couple days ago, because they couldn't find a way to report it. On there's no obvious place to do it, so they just kind of wrote up something, so they figured they'd see it. But yeah, it really, there needs to be a way for, because right now you can't, unless it's a staff pick, it won't end up on the front page. So unless an actual staffer goes on or one of the community managers goes on and says that's cool and clicks it, you'll never end up in the front page.
But
And
there's
so
no-
relying on people who are already really busy is a problem. There should still be a staff pick, but there still should be something sorted like
Like
how
the
we
hot.
have on Reddit.
Like the hot,
Like
yeah.
hot. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
hot, new, and rising. Like
Yeah,
tab.
because if they make it to where, okay, you see a bunch of videos, like a bunch of YouTubers posting their content, and you upvote, and all of a sudden it pushes all the upvotes to the top, what they need to do is break it out and say, these are the hot, voted up, YouTube vids, but then below it in another section or even another tab, these are the new videos that just went up. Take a look at them, see if you want to upvote them, and then it pushes them to the upvoted page. That way, the new content isn't always buried at the very bottom just because it's brand new and nobody's seen it yet. So they got to be able to split that off some way to where people can see the newly posted stuff and upvote it to get it pushed over to the most popular videos. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but
there's-
they also need
there's
to
no
have,
search
a
function.
filtering system. Yeah,
There's no search function at all. It's so annoying. It's
If you go, like I'm looking at it right now, and if I go here to my submissions, it's like they just chop off at the end of the page, and I put up 90 submissions yesterday.
Well, I'm on here now, and I see that you're the first thing that pop up on the live stream is you and Source.
Yeah.
that's the live stream stuff though. That's because they've got the most viewers.
Hey, Geek Doma,
Yes, sir.
Ah,
what do you think
Gosh.
about a whole hospital from Zeus? He's asking
I
the
just
question.
saw that.
it's kind of what the Endeavor kind of is.
Yeah, so,
It'd be a nice talk other than a pocket carrier.
No, I think
so
it's a
lots
great
of
idea.
people have,
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
I was gonna say it's a great idea because I used to be a nurse. So I worked at a hospital. So having those like arms with all of those little boxes in it, those could all be like the hospital rooms, and they're spinning around, so it gives the patient something to look at as it's spinning. And then when they croak, you just eject it as it's spinning around, and I think it would just like fly away into space.
Well, someone was saying to me the other day, basically, isn't the Endeavour a bit of a con, effectively? Because why can't you just put the modules onto a hull series? I mean, they're basically the same ship, aren't they? Well, we don't know. We haven't seen the actual Endeavour.
Zeus is saying that exact thing right now.
But
I'm
here's the
just saying
problem with that, though, is that you're not supposed to be able to access the cargo
No, you're not.
in flight in a Hull D in any of the Hull series. The cargo pods are self-contained. It's just kind of like cargo containers
A ship
today.
cargo, yeah.
You can't actually, they have a mountain of them on a
ship, yeah, freighter.
ship. You're not going to be able to get to the top one without serious effort. Like once it gets loaded onto the hull, it ain't coming off. You ain't getting into it until it comes off at the end result or wherever it ends up.
Unless you're
So,
a pirate,
yeah,
or
well, but then-
it's the first episode of Firefly, and they're trying to salvage that one thing. They had to use that
Yeah.
paste to like break into the.
it's like protein bars.
Yeah,
or
but
something like that.
I can see where the Endeavor is going to be utilizing almost kind of like the same spine structure, but this one seems it's probably going to be a lot larger, like you said, so people can walk down the corridors to get to the other modules and everything else, and especially it not being the final iteration, but it having the revolving ring in it, and there's no telling of how many of those revolving rings in the middle you could have.
Yeah, and we may even that revolving ring may even just be a module. It may be a separate module. It may just be an optional thing compared
That's
to.
that's what I was thinking.
Because usually those revolving rings is to be able to mess with the actual internal gravity in certain situations too, whether you're doing, ecology, trying to come up with new experiments, and saying, this is what I chalk it up that the rings are for.
I got another.
There's probably some other hand wavium stuff that it's for that you can do with it, but it's right now just mostly like what's kind of cool things might we think about. So
Real quick, going to fall back. Citizen Academy. I think we were finished talking about the other thing. Wants to know about the community section. What's to stop like people from spam upvoting? Like I said,
you have to be a
backer already.
backer.
well, that's today, but in like a month or a week or whatever.
You still have to
No,
be
no,
a backer.
no. You have to be a backer. You have to put money into the game.
Oh, to upvote.
Yeah,
Or- yes,
to even
yes,
have access to it.
Thank
Like,
God.
Well, that'll stop. Yeah, that's you at least have to be in it for $5, right? So it's not people aren't going to be making too many accounts for upvoting their shit just for
But
$5.
you are going to get spam upvoting for some of the more popular channels because that's how they're set up anyway.
That's how it
So you
works,
are gonna
man.
get
I mean,
that.
honestly,
yes.
Hold on.
No one's going to say I'm not going to sit here and say that all 105 people who are watching right now. Majority of them, if they were going to the hub and they saw you there, they'd upvote it just because they like your stuff.
But that's what it's for.
Yeah, and it's not like we're not going over here saying you should go do that right now if you have access because
here's a link.
Everyone's going to do that.
Right. But what I was trying to say is, at some point, I know what a lot of people are saying is you got to kind of come to the realization that life ain't fair, and there's going to be I'm just saying say for whatever reason, Carnage, who doesn't do this, he does not into Star Citizen. He has Star Citizen. He's talked about it before, but he doesn't stream it, and he's probably not going to stream it until the first-person shooter module. He might stream it for an hour or two, and then he's going to move on to some other game that day. But just say for whatever reason, he decides to put a video up on here. He's got 14,000 people watching him, and
daily.
Yeah, and they're going to come over and they're going to click the thing.
They're not backers of the game.
No, but I mean, maybe now of the 14,000, maybe 2,000 are. Well, that's 2,000 more than Joe Schmo, who's got 12 viewers, is going to get that day.
Berserker, aren't you a part of what org are you a part of? Test, right?
I'm part of Test Squadron. I've got my own squad, but I'm a part of Test Squadron, and I know for sure that if I post anything up there that's related, I can just go. I can go to the Discord or to the forum and be like, "Hey, I posted this. Could you guys help me out with some
and that's just
and I could easily get 400 upvotes if the right number of people have seen it. That's just the nature of how internet works. With connections.
Yeah, and that's just like Twerk 17. He can go to Imperium. Look how big Imperium is. Hey guys, I'm just streaming right now. Can y'all go vote the recent video that I just did? And that's and at least that focuses around at least the people who actually are enthusiastic about the game. I really wholeheartedly. Hopefully, the orgs will do that for their own kindred. Would actually go help them out because they're all like-minded individuals who love the game.
I think there's going to be their own section as well. There's going to be an organisation section which literally is for your org's content.
Okay.
I think.
I think that's the way it works as well. But still,
we're live on there right now. Let me post the link. You guys can go upvote it.
I've updated all your stuff already.
No. I was joking because I went and looked at the page. Actually, there's a live stream, just live stream page, because there's that little banner at the bottom which I don't really like, because it doesn't show what it should do, and I don't know why they don't do this, but it should have the title of the episode, the title of the thing we're streaming, because we might be playing Star Citizen, but maybe we're just looking at the hangar today, so I call it Hangar Day. And so people who see the stream, they're going to say, oh, he must be just about ready to go do some Arena Commander, but they don't know it because they don't. They couldn't see the title.
Oh, we're gaining upvotes. Woo!
Oh,
it's a new game.
It's a new game. How many upvotes can you guys?
A new mini game. Yeah, upvote button. New RSI mini game is now going to the community hub and upvote as many videos as you can of Geek Domo and friends.
Yes.
You get bonus points for Monkeyware, Board Gamer, Geek Domo, Berserker, Geo, Clifford.
You guys should put your links in the chat, and we'll upvote everybody. We'll just do upvote roulette.
The glorious thing about it also is that since there's no limit, you can upvote everyone. You can just come in and be like, I like everything here. Everyone here is a winner.
That's the thing. That's why I love the upvote only. I know some people are they need the downvote to say, but honestly, there's some people that don't like me. I mean, we had we got people that come by, and they don't.
No one has ever used the downvote button correctly.
What it's for,
in the entire duration of downvoting's history, no one has used that function correctly, which pisses me off so much.
It's really just a hate button, to be honest. It really is. Just, I don't like this guy.
You don't like hate, Gio. We know you don't like hate.
So much salt. Salt everywhere.
I don't even know how to use my own commands on my own bot, but there is a way I could give you XP.
Instead of
give everybody a 50
vote button, they just need to add a salt button there.
Salty button.
I think that when you press downvote button on Reddit, occasionally it's a trap, and you press it, and it takes away 100 karma. It goes You
But then
lost 100 karma.
that would be actually pretty interesting. To downvote, you'd have to. It costs karma, so you need like 10 karma to downvote,
That's
and
a
every
great
time you
idea.
downvote, the 10 karma is taken away from your your.
But that would cause those guys living in the basement just to lose it.
Hey,
That's great, though. I
Doma.
love those guys living in the basement to lose it because they need a dose of reality. Even and let me put this up here. This is actually something that I've thought about recently. Is Star Citizen has some insane, and I mean insane, fans who have expectations that are way over the top, that will never ever achieve some of these things, like basically a full life simulator. Now, whereas we think, all of us are we understand where Star Citizen is, where it's going to be, and we understand that down the road they might add some cool things. There's a lot of people out there who are spreading out Star Citizen with expectations which are far too high, which I think is the reason why there's so much backlash in the community at times.
Because
I
Chris
think
Roberts
to a
really
lot
isn't
of those-
Christ.
To a lot of those people, that game will be a life simulator for them. I mean, look at the other games that are life simulators for people. Second Life, it looks shoddy as crap, but people love
They
it.
live in
people,
it. Yeah.
they live in it. They live their lives in
That
it.
game you play, Clifford, Red Light District, he lives in that thing. He is there all the time.
What's Red Light District?
Oh,
Don't
boy.
worry, Gio, you're too young.
You're too young, Jim. Okay.
Oh, well.
Now, I'll tell you all about it, because this is Aftercast. We can talk about anything we want.
Geek Doma.
What?
We got a new question.
One second. I'll get it. I'm telling Gio real quick.
It's a sexy game.
It's a sexy game, and what you do is you can go in, you can be a boy and build yourself however you want, how long of a schmeckle you want, whatever, and then, or you can be a girl and give yourself a huge rack. And then, so you go into like these chat rooms or these dating rooms, dating, I say in quotation marks, and you have sexy times with other people with all kinds of like controls and WSD. And, yeah, you can.
Good
cool-
times.
It's a load of people scissoring.
It is
That's all
everybody
it is.
scissoring.
I've seen sex before on the internet.
Yeah.
All the scissoring.
Because it's all guys pretending to be girls scissoring each other.
Timbers.
Yep, it's all scissoring. We all know
That
that.
should be fun.
What's the question, Doma? Or
Yeah,
Clifford?
Cliffy,
Yeah,
go ahead.
that was a conversation killer.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's from Donnie Diggs. He asked, any news on the Great Code merger of 2015?
What is that?
It's done.
And they were talking.
well,
They were talking a lot about that as in the Star Marine update. They made some pretty good headway with this new update that they did. It
No,
was
they
just
said in the Star Marine update they said it's done. It's just now a matter of getting to the bugs that's caused, the chaos. It is wrought.
Yeah, because they even described it as so hilarious. It's just like, okay, well, we're going into basically the motion of going back and forth. We'll fix a bunch of things, breaks. Fix a bunch of things, break again, and until they finally get it ironed out enough that they can release, it'll be a good enough build. So it's always go ahead.
It's now in the hands of the devs now. It's into one dev stream.
Yes.
So, I mean,
And-
there is going to be massive gains on it now. Every patch is going to be a lot more in-depth.
And bigger.
Yeah.
And what they surprised me, because a lot of people are saying, well, Elphonics kicked to the wayside. No, they're not. If you actually read the update, they are still heavily involved with the first-person shooter model. They are heavily working with the German office. So they are still involved in this project, just not as gun-ho as it was, but they are still lending their expertise of what they've done.
Oh, yeah,
And I
they
think it's go ahead.
were never going to be here till the final release. They were here to help out through alpha and maybe into beta, but that was before we had 4 CIG studios.
Yeah, and before we gained a lot of the original Crytek
Crytek crew,
engine,
yeah.
engine
People who built the
creators.
engine. Yeah.
Yeah, so now what they're doing is the Crytek people working back and forth with Elphonic, basically saying, okay, we fixed this much of it, let's throw it back at y'all and use y'all's models, go back through it and see what y'all find. And it's good cross-examination because the more people you put eyes on this code, the better it will become.
Yeah, well, exactly it, isn't it? The faster it will get done, the more people see it, the better it will become.
Got a good
hopefully.
question here from Mr. Citizen Academy. This is for each of us. As the game now stands, are there any features within Star Citizen you can think that they think have been left out as it stands right now? I guess this isn't like talking about our future, like what we'd like it to be, but as it sits right now, anything that's missing?
Well, obviously cooking. Every game needs cooking.
You need to have cook.
I didn't cook like my space cooking mama.
Totally want a
Really,
restaurant.
I think what it,
That one out of 2000s.
well, I know one thing that I think is missing that I would like to see, but I know it's Arena Commander, it's a virtual thing. I would just love for once for those doors to open and then you just fly out into space, even if even if it's a quick moment, Just the function of just not just being spawned in on the map, but actually fly out. And I know the big world map's going to bring this because, as we saw, they already had ships on the deck and they were just getting in it and actually finally taking off. I think for me, a little bit even more immersion is always good, but I know it's in development, so there's a lot of Miku wants upon the board that hasn't even been touched yet.
Yeah, go ahead there, Mr. Board. What do you think?
I mean, nothing that hasn't been discussed before. There's loads of features I want, but I'm not developing a game because I don't know what needs to go into the development of a game to make it work. As long as there's trading and economy, and I can go around and have little adventures and mine lots of asteroids, and then look at my bank account and go, I've made loads of UEC today. That makes me more fulfilled as a person. As long as I can do that, I don't really care, to be honest. I'm happy as Larry.
Who's Larry?
He's manic depressive, I know.
Oh, okay, good. So you're happy as he is, only for a minute, and now you're sad, and then you're happy again. All right, go ahead, Gio. What do you think?
Well, I wouldn't say. Well, I think he said it was going to happen, but really, I'm looking forward to. I would say is the fighting, the hand-to-hand combat fighting. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I wish that was actually in social mod because that'd be so fun. We sit there and knock each other out and just have fun.
Circle up and box. Yeah, Fight Club in the in like the bar or something like that.
Now, even with the grabby hands, like pick up a ball off the ground and like throw it at somebody. I would just love to see that in the social module. But like I said, I don't know how far they are on fighting
Oh,
those.
yeah, the video board. I think you're going where that guy's running into the other guy and it pushes him over. It's in the Star Marine update. They actually, if you haven't watched that post, look at the bottom.
Yeah.
They were showing the Marines where they were running basically hooligan
testing.
Yeah, which was really cool. They're getting there. I mean, the animation's still a little bit not there, but it's so funny. That big guy's running and that guy just goes flying when he runs into him. So
that's my type
I like
of
that.
shit.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of like what Chris is shooting for as far as like not having these bubbles when you're talking to a person, because you could in the verse or even in Squadron 42, you walk up next to a guy, or if you brush him along the shoulder, you're actually going to brush along his shoulder, and he might turn around and say, "Hey, what's your problem?"
You're going to make people vomit, though. People that are wearing Oculus Rifts, you're going to run into them with heavy armor, with their light armor, send them flying, and they're going to vomit in real life.
As their bodies are flying over the edge of the handrail. At least they've got handrails. I play a lot of SWTOR like about a month or two ago, and it's just typical Star Wars. There's these big, like now I'm watching the video here of Scott Manley is running around, and there's handrails. Like in Star Wars, there's no handrails. You're 10,000 feet up in the air in this mega building that they built in this city, and there's no handrails anywhere. I guess
They use the Force. That's all they do.
Oh, okay, the Force handrails.
Yeah.
Force handrails. Is there anything else? I mean, I know Doma wants to do the heavy trading, and I can't wait
to
see.
Oh, yeah, it's Berserker's turn. I'm sorry. Yeah.
How a lot of the stuff is going to be dictated through the economy, especially being able to, try and get supply runs, and, dealing with kind of like what you can't deal with in Elite Dangerous right now is blockades and stuff. And I think that's going to be kind of really
set up blockades around a jump point.
That's the big thing that's different between Star Citizen and Elite right now, I think, is even in design, is that Elite piracy is sort of, you can kind of do it, but NPC pirates are a joke. You can get away with it. You can get away with murder with NPC pirates. You can just troll them all day and you have never any problems with it. But in Star Citizen, like, it's all designed so that pirates can literally shut down space lanes, and then it helps that the whole jump point thing so that you can.
I love that threat because that's why, like, I'm going to be a space trucker, right? And if you, board gamers say you're really good at shooting shit, I'll be like, "Hey, board, are you playing right now?" "Oh yeah." And like, "Hey man, I need you to escort me through this jump
The
point."
main thing I'm going to be doing though is mining. I mean,
Oh, so
people
you're a
don't
miner, but
understand
then
how
you
much
got to
of an
watch your
economy
ass.
buff I am.
But you got to watch your ass because that mining ship is worth a hell of a lot of money. And you're sitting there like zeroed in, focused on mining some big asteroid, and your butt's exposed. There's
I've
going
got
to be
I've got my 2 Idrises and a javelin in the same sector though, so it's fine.
Well, there you go then. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That has never been done in any other kind of game to that extent. And maybe Eve, right? Because isn't that what you do in Eve? You build a fleet of some kind, and you use your spreadsheet to park them someplace.
Well, there's escalation in Eve, so it's basically whoever escalates to the maximum level of their potential fleet into a certain situation first normally loses, because then the other guys go, they've expended all of their reinforcements, let's bring in a bigger fleet, let's own them, because we have larger DPS, we'll have no losses, they'll have massive losses, and then we nom up all their salvage.
So you walk up to this hot chick in the bar, and she's like, "Hey, I will have sex with you if you've got a bigger dick than this guy," and you whip it out, and the next guy whips it out. And
No, this is Red Light District.
his
from
dick has got a
Clifton's game that
he's got a way bigger dick, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Sorry, pal, you're not adequate enough." That's what you're saying.
What were you trying to do there? What analogy was that?
It was an analogy.
I think he's trying to say penis size matters.
Yeah, penis matters.
Analogy of Smeckles.
Yeah.
Do you think they might have something like that, like in Rust? You know, in Rust, your steam
Oh,
ID determines your schlong size.
the dongs.
Yeah.
I don't.
Fierce
This is
like
actually another
analogy.
good discussion because, like, what do you guys think about the age rating for Star Citizen? Because I mean, we've heard
What is it?
teen, but they've also talked about having alcohol and drugs. in
Well,
the
I'm
game.
watching Scott Manley right now in a bar, so
Yeah.
it's technically not supposed to be for kids.
But surely,
But
because
that's-
there's
speaking of bars
killing
and,
of
like,
humans,
Skyrim stuff.
there's the killing of humans and smuggling and illegal activities. Surely it has to be a
There
high
are
rating anyway.
there are sex bots, remember?
Yeah,
wanna see-
pleasure bots.
Pleasure
I want to
bots.
see tits in there.
That's
That's,
what
what I
I'm all
want to see.
about.
But
Exactly,
yeah,
Gio.
you remember, like he even said that he kind of wanted to get it around the teen rating. And they don't. I don't think they actually have to get it rated because they're not selling physical discs in like a GameStop or a Walmart.
See,
But-
this is the problem. Chris Roberts is turning into George Lucas. He would have had boobs 5 years ago, but now he's got kids, and so
Why
now,
not?
Now
have
he's slipping down into the
Squadron
Lucas.
42.
Yeah.
You have Squadron 42 as the teen-rated game, so everyone can play the experience. And as they grow up, then they can play in the persistent universe. Because, I mean, online gameplay does change, because there's going to be a load of people swearing and saying new swear words that haven't been invented before that are ruder than our current swear words.
Kleeman.
That's,
Or they're
that's
just into
usually that's
hip-hop and
covered.
dubstep.
ESRB is not covered by online interactions. They cover that already, but they still rate games based on their content. And but the thing is that you can still have drugs, smuggling, death, violence in a teen-rated game. Because I think Fallout 3 was rated. No, Fallout 3 was rated mature, but Skyrim and Oblivion were both rated teen. T for teen, or in.
But you could mod the fuck out of them, and they could be
Peggy
nudity in
14,
those.
I think, or whatever. So they still had the same. They still had a young or teen rating because with the ESRB, it's like if you have overt sex or if you have overt alcohol and drug use, then it raises the rating.
Okay,
So-
okay, but this is my whole rant I've always had about this bullshit. I can go and I can just I'm watching a Scott Manley video right now, and there's a guy standing there. I walk up to him in the bar and I pull out my pistol and I blow his head off, and that is acceptable in this game.
And then I have sex with it.
But no, you can have sex with it.
Corpse.
But then you
Rating up.
turn to the right and there's a stripper, but you can't see her naked because that's illegal. That breaks.
That's bad. And
That's-
some-
You don't
those
need the
AOs, yeah.
boobies. You don't need
No,
the
you
boobies
do need
for
boobies.
the
I want to
space
be.
tits.
I
Gotta
want
have
to be
tits.
a hardcore space trucker who's been. I'm gritty and salty, and I've been horny on the road for a long time, and I'm going to get out and dropping my load off, and I'm going to go drop off another load over there with this.
Butt lizards.
You know what I mean?
Well, I know, and I think honestly, what you're bringing up is that I think honestly, what they need to do as a writing team and as a development design team is that you can sit down and say, okay, what do we want to do? And then after they've done that, which I think they've been doing for a while, they sit down and analyze exactly if it's important or not. So, like, do we really need to have like hookers soliciting every person on there giving you a blowjob in the background, or you can get the same kind of feel with you see a scantily dressed woman standing outside a strip club kind of thing.
And you can pay her, and then it just like fades to black, and you get up off the bed.
Yeah, like,
that's okay.
And you've got a bionic arm. You've lost a life.
Can you do tasteful side boob with
yeah, no, I do not need to see full on hardcore porn. I don't want to see that, but I do think breasts should be exposed in the game because it's that whole thing that society is in.
So triggered.
What? I'm dead serious because it's one of my hot buttons, man. I just can't. I made a whole rant video about this, about how I can.
Not a prude. I totally disagree with boobs being a necessity in Star Citizen.
Not every port that you walk
make
into.
the world so much better.
But I would agree that there needs to be, like, for instance, like sexualization and is just a part of the society. It happens.
That's fine. That's fine to have sex slavery and stuff.
Having I wouldn't necessarily say full blown tits, but having like large breasted women near a strip club, it makes sense. It makes the world, you understand. Oh, this is a seedy part of town. That woman is
exactly.
That's fine.
Or you can see through her top.
I don't need to go into a bar and see women grinding on poles because that would make it a little bit more immersive. I mean, that's not a necessity to me.
No, but then you stay out of that bar. You go to,
there you go.
You go to Captain Winky's Pizza Bar, and you eat over there.
Had like clothed stripper dancing, pole dancing.
Yeah. And Mass Effect's a good example. Also, another good example for Geekdomo is like if you ever played the original Dragon Age when they had those sex scenes in there. It was basically, you got a good enough hint that what was going on, and there was, some naked portions of it, but not fully. But it's still
right. Yeah, like I said, just
I like how I did in Mass Effect. Mass Effect, I fucked everybody on that ship. I want that shit like that.
Boat. It wasn't the norm.
You couldn't in Mass Effect 2. You couldn't have sex with everyone in Mass Effect 2.
Well, they put it back into 3. You couldn't have gay or lesbian sex in Mass Effect 2.
No. Well, I just want to have straight sex in the game. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Just the straight sex. That's what I was doing.
it should be allowed for everything. I mean,
honestly, everything. I'm just saying for me.
For you personally, yeah.
Look how defensive Gio is.
He's like, no.
I said I fucked everybody. I'm just
straight boobies.
I fucked the female aliens and humans.
I did not touch that man's penis.
Full on Witcher 3. Doesn't Witcher 3 have just like 5 or 6 whores you can go to, and
which
like,
is the whole
irony
of
sexual, like everything. It's just like here's sex in your face, like
it's the whole irony of Twitch is that if the game has it built in, you can show it on Twitch, no problem. But if you add it in as an add-on, like the deal or like something on Skyrim, then it's no longer you can get kicked off of Twitch.
I'm just going to put something out there. Yeah. Sexy time in games, I'm saying more of a single-player experience.
That's fine. No, I don't even want sexy times. I just want that dirty, stinky part of town.
You can get that without the need to expose breasts. I'm sounding like a big. You could avoid it. I think I understand what Board's saying. What Board's saying, and I agree to the point, is that if you can do the same thing without having the full frontal nudity, and it gets you a lower rating, that's fine. It's not, but you want to do it in a way that's tasteful and a way that it's not going to scare away players. Because
my whole point is
some players just won't.
My whole point is the whole problem I have with that is that I can't see the full frontal nudity because of the rating. Right? They say, okay, we want to keep it teen, so we can't show the full frontal nudity, but you can blow some fucker's head off with a BFG, and that's the part I'm upset about because that's
a societal thing.
I would rather my kids see a breast because half the population has them and they grow up sucking on them.
Even half the population, population has everyone has breasts.
Everyone has breasts. I have boobs.
I have breasts.
The male gamers that I have seen, more than half the population have breasts.
Yeah, exactly. So So men have them too. So everybody's got boobies, right? But not everybody murders everybody with a BFG. And so I would rather my kids see a boobie in a video game than have them blow somebody's head off. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. I'm more worried about that part.
This from a guy who used to launch missiles at people.
Yes, I used to launch missiles at people for real. Yeah. But I never saw that I blew people up.
Look, obviously ratings don't mean shit. Look at the success that Grand Theft Auto 5 had.
Yeah.
Those were not all those that bought that game. There were some kids, parents got that game for their kids, broke records. No one gives a shit. Everyone just acts phony, like, oh yeah, I care about the ratings. You don't. You're gonna buy your son or whatever.
Well, exactly. What do those ratings even do?
That has nudity and murder in it. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a stripper
simultaneously.
ride your cock in there. You go in the strip club, you can see the tits. They just got the star around their nipples. Basically, you can see the titties. Like, no one really cares about ratings.
Well, you got them.
So after they go for mature, I think they would still do just fine.
What I love about that game is you could pick them up, pay them to have sex after you got to see them naked, and then you could murder them and take the money back. I mean, that's just so over the top compared to like what we're talking about with Star Citizen. I obviously don't want to have that level of crazy.
Well, no, and even that, I don't think they should necessarily pull punches because of ratings, but I think they should look at things in terms of saying, because as at the same time they still kind of want to have teenagers and those kind of things playing, and they don't want to have to like. There's a level of like acceptable.
How about you age gate it? What about if like
See, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Having the age gate for different areas.
Right. So you register your account and you're under 13. You can't go into the strip club. Yeah. So there you go. And then I wouldn't mind that at all. That's fine.
Now this made me think of something I didn't think before, but this will play to you, Geek Domo. Elphonic, okay, is making a game, Revival. Okay,
it's a great game.
Yeah. It's Revival is a Lovecraft MMO, and the devs have already stated this is going to be a whole nose bar MMO, meaning it will have the sleaziest of the sleazy.
Amen.
They want it as gritty as possible, and I love their streams because they say the developers over there say we don't give a fat about anybody on the internet, what they think. We're going to build the game that we want to build. If you want to play it, play it. If you don't, who cares?
But that adds into the narrative. That adds into the narrative of the game being really dark. And the sexualization and the darkness of that game work pretty well together, especially with because you're going to be on one of the paid for service. For the homes, right? Like it's so detailed that if you want a home in the game, you actually have to pay for it now.
Yes.
Well, Clifford's got one. Clifford's got a nice house. I've got a crappy house. He's got a nice house.
But see, hold on a second.
No, but like, there's only a certain number of houses in the game, and like in these cities, and you have to like once they're out, they're out. Like you don't get. But no,
they can also be destroyed during the narrative.
But listen, Star Citizen is still great. Can still be gritty. You're a miner. Like not a minor, but a miner, and you're mining ore out in the middle of nowhere, and you're lonely, and you've been out there for 6 months, and your character gets back to town, he's gonna want to hook up with somebody. So maybe you go to a bar, and maybe it's not a strip bar, but you pick up a chick at a bar, and you have to role play it out and everything. That would be great, right?
I'm all for it. Look, every game that does that, it has any type of sex in it. I enjoy every bit of it. God of War had a whole bunch of titties I liked in it.
God of War was just crazy titties.
Dragon Age. Yes, only straight sex at that. Any game that has it, I done it all, and I love it. I don't see nothing wrong with it as long as the people who don't want to see it, if they could avoid it. Like if you go to like a planet that's like low down with pirates and shit, you go there for all the prostitution, all that crazy shit, or you can just go to Terra where it's real nice. You don't see that type of stuff there. I think that'd be cool.
We're breaking down some of the walls, though. We talked about earlier that this isn't a real-life simulator. It's not a simulation game for life.
It's gonna be,
and
though.
Some aspects of gameplay are you're gonna have to get rid of your titties. I'm sorry, Dom. We're gonna make way for the titties. Go, no titties. I want some better dogfighting. And
Revival
I know
has
you
titties
can
right there on
combine
the
tits
picture.
and fighting, but not today.
No, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that it should be an option. They should not censor the game that way,
Tits for the win. Tits for the win.
I don't really like Miley Cyrus for how she stands, whatever. She's crazy, right? But I do believe in her Free the Nipple campaign. I really do. As a nurse, I used to see a lot of, bad things happening from people that were trying to breastfeed their kids in public and stuff. So, so yes, I would like to see it to be more open, but obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
titties for the win.
Yeah, it's but and the game Revival.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, what I love about it, okay, even okay, they have servers that are called Gold, which is basically they're going to have a programmer, a person, a storyteller, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on there, pushing the narrative, making things happen, adding stories to it
like
on the fly. That's what you're paying into. Oh, okay. And on these Gold servers, eventually they're expanding because right now it's on Castle, on Castle Rock or Crow's Rock, I forget what it's called, but it's one island right now, and eventually they're going to expand other cities on there, so more people will be able to buy expensive houses on other parts of the continents and everything. But basically, what they stated in the seediness as far as like brothels is that these women ain't going to be all beautiful women like on all these other MMOs. No, they're going to be gritty, like a like a winch. Yeah, like a winch would be.
That's good. I'm good with that.
And it's just going to be that immersive as far as like an experience. And they said there's going to be no walls of it can be guy, girl, whatever. They don't care.
Scissors.
They just
lots of scissoring.
Thank God. I can't wait. I cannot wait to play this game.
But what I like what they talk about is like Board Gamer had mentioned is if they want to, if they feel froggy on it, they can launch a meteor to hit the town and blow up half the houses.
I think what's going to happen though is the way they'll do the narrative is like this area is in jeopardy, and if enough players don't try and protect that area or don't do enough of the story, then something's going to happen there. Something's going to go bad.
Yeah, so, because like you said, it's more dark, like satanic kind of some dark entity. Some dark entity could be hailing a comet to come out of the sky, and you're going to have to take mages and other deals and paladins to do their magic and stuff to, do a shield over the city or something to block it or to do damage with it or etc. And it's
they're
not
selling
only
houses.
There. Yes,
they're selling houses for real life money, like $35 for this house.
Yes, they're going along the same lines of Star Citizen.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and like the houses are in specific areas of the cities that have special access to things. But once you get that house is yours. Like, and so it kind of makes you grounded. Like you start.
Yeah,
with
you have
house,
a place,
a
base of operations. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's like your hangar and
then also there's ships. You're going to be able to buy it because they haven't put it on the store yet. But you're going to be able to. Yeah, you're going to be able to buy your own ship. To go to different continents to do trading.
Are there any videos of this, or is this because all I'm seeing are just like photos?
This sounds a lot like how Arcade did with the boats. I love how they did that.
Yeah, I definitely. If you want to see some more of the videos, go to their Twitch page, their Twitch stream, and watch their past broadcasts where they're actually showing some of the in-game.
When is it going live, and when can we get involved? When does it go live, and when can we get involved?
Right now, it's been kind of random because of Star Citizen.
Because most of the team's been working on Star Citizen, so now they're switching. They'll be switching over to Revival.
Yeah. So right now they've been working real hard to develop the engine technology because they're using the Unreal 4 engine, but they're trying to develop the better technology for the lighting and everything because they want the lighting to. Because right now the lighting that's in there is not final. It's crappy. The lighting they want it to be like where you're looking out the window and. People can break into your homes, and it's just basically it's almost like real life. It's where you're building your own. I mean, if you want because Star Citizen is going to have immersion, yes, but this is going to have even a deeper immersion tied to your character.
The town here looks like it only has maybe a possibility of like 500 houses. Do they have? Is that just for one server? Then that server's houses are all full. You have to go to a different server.
Yes. But that's only that island.
You don't need a house though. You don't even need a house to start the game.
Oh, yeah.
As far as I'm aware. Are you in Cutler's Road or are you in Crown Road?
Actually, you do need a house to be on that server.
Oh, do you?
Yes, you have to purchase a house on the gold server. Now, on the other servers, I don't know, but on the gold server, you have to purchase a house to have access. And I think it's on other servers. That's why they said that right now, this is the only island you can buy houses for. There's going to be other continents you can buy houses to get on that server. But basically, that's the gateway into the game is you have to buy a house.
Nice.
It's kind of like your ship. It's like in Star Citizen. You have to have a ship to be able to play the game.
Like your ship package.
Yeah, but you don't. I mean,
a crappy house on your server, Clifford, because I'd like to play that with you.
Yeah, I want to be in the seedy part of town. Can I be a hooker?
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can.
Not?
They even said you can. You can. They said you can. You can be a brothel whore.
And I'm going to call myself Dr. Girlfriend, and then I'll be like, can I help you?
I've tried to get
Clifford owns an entire server. I know he has a.
He probably bought every house in the server. You asshole! No, can you sell me one of those houses in the slutty area?
Clifford genuinely has a nice little mansion.
Okay,
it's a nice
right
house.
Now, my house is number 5 on Cutters Road on Crown Hill.
I looked at Crown Hill, but it's all bought up. I can't
Yeah, I know. If you're in Crown Hill, that's the uppity up district. That's
guess so.
where all the high rollers are
Bastard. How much did it cost for your house?
living.
300?
No.
You know what? Shroud of the Avatar does this too. I don't know if you guys seen it. They have houses
Yes.
that go up to like $10,000 real cash.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Second
I've heard,
Life did it too. Same
my-
thing.
My
I've heard
house-
some bad things.
My
about
house
Shroud
cost
of the
me
Avatar.
$464.
I haven't been impressed. I only
so that's
supported
not
Shroud of the
awful. That's not
Avatar
too
No.
so I
Now,
could get the little bow.
now
Which is not coming in the game, by the way.
the big mansions that they have on the map.
Yeah, it's not
the,
going to
the,
make it into the initial release.
the big mansions on the house there on that map aren't on for show yet, but I'm figuring that once because they said they're going to eventually release those are going to be a couple $1,000s. I can guarantee you that. 'Cause
But
those
okay, let me
are
ask you this then.
huge.
So, can you buy them in game?
Huh?
I don't know. I don't
yeah,
think
so
You can buy houses in game, but you have to first initially buy a house.
Right, what I'm saying though. But yeah, what I mean is so I could buy a little skanky house,
Yes.
work on my back
Yes.
for a while, and then
Yes.
go and buy
this
a
is
big mansion.
what
Become
this is
a,
what I would suggest to you, Domo. This is what I suggest to a lot of people. Buy the crappy house, and then when they open up one of the other continents that has the more uppity up house that you want, then go buy that house.
yeah.
Man, this sounds
because-
a lot like Arcade.
It's better than Arcade, 'cause
cheapest
once you
package,
buy
by
it,
the way,
it's
for you guys
done.
who haven't seen this or aren't watching this, I'm looking at it right now. The cheapest house is $36, so it's
Yeah.
a pretty affordable price.
No, there's ones for 32. There's definitely ones for 32.
That's the first one I found was 32 in the really scummy area there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess these are slightly upgraded with the Bastard's Rest.
No,
yes, and even these houses are going to come with insurance, like in
Long-term
the town stuff,
insurance.
you're gonna
So
have
when
to buy-
meteor falls
you're
on
gonna
the
have to
house
buy.
or Cthulhu
Okay,
comes by and eats it, then they gotta get it back.
so you
Yes.
you get less money back, but you will get a lot of the money back.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right, well that's pretty cool. I think it's about that time, guys.
Okay.
Wait, one question. Can I be a pimp and smack my hoes around in that game?
I'll be
or
one of
no?
your
Yes.
hoes, Gio. I'll be one of your
Anything
hoes.
you
You can come
want.
smack me up. I'll be your bottom bitch.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to sit down. I gotta have that game
Well,
now. I'm
I've
dope.
already told Trendane since he voice actor. I said, dude, I think he got a house on the gold server. I said, Trendane, get on this server. I said, this is you.
How do you know
all
what
over.
servers you're
Your
on?
role, his role playing and stuff. I said, dude, I'm gonna be a female. I will be your bitch.
Ooh.
Domo, if you do want to get a house, I'm going to get one in the Sternhammer estate in Crowns Rock, because they're the cheap,
Oh,
cheap
let
crappy
me
houses.
tell you the server I'm on, so y'all can get on the same.
You're on
server.
Blackwell, aren't you? Blackwell, US.
We're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, let me look.
But here's the deal: we're buying these
yes,
houses now,
Blackwell.
and we don't even know how many years it's gonna be before this game comes out. Just like Star
Yeah.
Citizen.
They're not even knowing
Well,
what
it's
FPS
Ilphonic. I mean, as much as people like to talk shit about how Ilphonic did, Ilphonic, I think, is, considering what they've done, is building Star Marine under the circumstances they have.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Ilphonic
And this
at all.
and this
I
is
think
the
it's
Unreal Engine 4. This is totally different animal from CryEngine. This is Unreal
lot
Engine
easier,
4.
yeah.
And we've seen what the programmers and developers have been able to do with Unreal Engine 4 pretty quickly. So I'm thinking they're going to have no problem. They said mainly their blockers right now is mainly just getting the lighting down right of how they want it to ambiate through the world and stuff.
Cool.
Building assets and stuff has been real easy for them. They said.
All right.
Uh,
Well, let's get out of here because we'll talk with you guys in a minute because a couple of you wanted to ask me some stuff anyway afterwards. Cast. So,
Yeah,
all right.
we'll have to have an Illuminati meeting.
We're gonna move on a meeting, and we're gonna figure out how we're gonna get Cthulhu to join us next week. Actually, Buzz Aldrin has been chatting with me on Twitter, so maybe we'll get Buzz Aldrin next week if we can. I don't know if you guys are interested in talking with Buzz, but
oh,
I would love to talk
hell
with
yeah.
Buzz. I would love to talk to Buzz.
He's an American hero, dude.
he's an
Yeah.
American hero. So let's we'll hook up next week, and we'll see you guys then. Thanks a lot for coming by. Remember, upvote all of our asses on the community hub. Find us. Find Berserker, Board Gamer, Geo, Clifford, and myself, and just give us all the upvotes you possibly can ever.
Yes.
I don't even, it's the thing is we're getting the upvotes now, but when it goes live with all the general people that can get in there, it's just we're gonna get lost in the mist. I'm telling you.
All the
Yeah.
general
Yeah, we
people.
are.
All the general people.
All the
Those
little
are
people
peons.
that can't vote right now because they don't have over 3,000 invested or are a subscriber.
It's over 1,000 actually.
Is it
Concierge
1,000? That's it
only.
now. Or they
That's
dropped the
only
price.
concierge members.
Yeah, you bastards. All right, see you guys next week. It's nice to be important. More important to be nice. See ya. Bye bye. Bye bye.